to get to a daily amount, then moving to the oblique comparison, comparing that daily amount to something they could do or give up doing to make the investment. Let's say you're in a rather small business, and here you are demonstrating and presenting, and you happen to notice that right over here is a rather large machine filled with sodas. You might, at that point, when you say, so what we're really looking at is about $1.50 a day to enhance the number of clients that can do business with your company, which goes right to the bottom line as far as profits to the company. And you know, if you look at that $1.50, oftentimes businesses, I don't think, have the proper priority as to how they invest their money. For example, look here. Each soda is 75 cents. What we're really talking about today is 2 sodas are $1.50. Which do you think is more important? 2 sodas that, well, you have a very short-term enjoyment with, or investing in something that's going to increase profits to the company? That's really what we're talking about, John. You see how that works? Now you want to practice that strategy, okay? Now I want to share with you a closing strategy that I believe probably helped me close more sales than any one major closing technique. And it has come down through the years. It's called the Ben Franklin Balance Sheet Close. And I don't care how old it is fundamentally sound. And if you master it, it will work beautifully. For example, I've made numerous closing attempts, and they're still kind of stalling and putting me off. And all of a sudden he says, Tom, I'm just not sure. Well, now I'm going to use this wonderful, wonderful technique. I will then remove my paperwork from my blank pad. So now I have sitting a blank piece of paper. And I will simply, when he says he's not sure, I will just begin the presentation. You know, John, history has proven that most great decision makers believe that a good decision was only as good as the facts. Now, what did I just compare him to? A good decision maker. Here he's procrastinating, but I compare him to a great decision maker. Wonderful first paragraph. Then you would say, and I like this next sentence to relieve any pressure, warmly say, John, the last thing that I would want to do is to influence you to make an unwise decision. However, if it proves to be a good decision, you would want to make it, wouldn't you? Now, if you'll learn it just like that, he will agree. In fact, some of them will jump right in with you. Oh yes, Tom, I'm sure after we analyze all this, we'll probably call you the next 2 or 3 days. Well, then warmly say, John, do you mind if I help you? Let's draw a line down the middle of this legal pad. And on the left side, we'll list all the reasons favoring the right decision today. Then over here, list the reasons against the decision. When we're through, we'll count up the columns, and at that point make the right decision. Let's see. Now you begin listing the reasons they should go ahead. Now, how many of you can give me a reason they should go ahead? Let me hear some. Come on. Increased profits. What else?
Increased sales, profits.
More clients can come in and be excited and build a better referral base.
Cost productive.
Cost productive. Any other ideas? More options to do business. Okay. Saving of time. Okay. Anything else? Credibility. When you have the signs on the front, I really believe it's almost a stamp that says we are going to be here for a while. Especially a new business starting up, there's a lot of people somewhat leery. That's why when you can say, yes, we've been fortunate to be approved by Visa and MasterCard and American Express and Diners Club, because they all find that we're going to do a great job serving clients. That adds to their credibility, you see. Now your goal, and you that are new, you want to have 6 reasons on the ends of your fingers that you can quickly list. And you just fire the 6 down. Now I want you to just put checks. Do not write the reasons. On the left-hand side, you'd put a check. And another one, another one, another one, another one, another one. You go for a total of 6. Now, when you've got your 6 checks, that's all you'll need. That is the best number. If you only get 4, fine, you'll still win, but go for 6. Now, when you've got your 6, then you're going to smile and say, now, John, let's see the facts you feel are against the decision. Now, don't help on this side. You're the left side. Don't let him do the right side. He might give you 2. Put them down. Then when you're through, you simply say, well, let's see what we've got. And you count them. On the left side, the reasons we should go ahead, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the right-hand side, gosh, we only have 2 against. So the answer is rather obvious, isn't it, John? And then you would say, and you know, by the way, this decision-making device was created by the great Ben Franklin. And we've all considered him one of our wisest men, haven't we? Now, you may notice, you that are veterans and been around for years, it was originally taught that we began telling about Ben Franklin. I have put his endorsement at the end so that anyone who's heard the basic Ben Franklin term won't put up defenses. Practice it and learn it the way I just shared it with you. It's there in your book. Make this a tool that you make yours, all right? Now, the next technique we title the two-party indecision close. What is that? Well, it's when 2 partners, husband, wife, or 2 partners in the business, they disagree on going ahead with the service. It's almost as if they're at an impasse. And here are the words I really want you to learn and say. You smile across the counter. John and Mary, when 2 people are required to make one decision, it's often impossible to find one solution that satisfies both of them. So life becomes a matter of compromise. Now, the measurement of each decision is through the use of this question. Does it satisfy most of the wants of each parties? Now, I'm sure you'll agree that what we at Card Service are offering does meet that criteria. Don't you agree? Now, try that. Because see, what they'll say is suddenly Mary might say, well, you're right, there's more positives. And John now feels her going ahead, saying, of course, Mary, we should do this. That's a wonderful way to get 2 people to agree. You can't make everyone happy. Let's look at the positives for going ahead, all right? The next wonderful strategy is called the business productivity close. These are wonderful words. This one I'd love to have every one of you just make a part of your strategy. It goes like this. Ready? What I'm offering, Mary, is not just a machine and service. It's a convenience to your clients and a boost in employee morale. Haven't you noticed how anything new increases job interest and excitement? Especially something that will simplify the transactions at the counter. And you know, excitement increases morale, and then morale increases profitability. John, Mary, what is an increase in profitability worth to your business? Oh, you will love that one. I so hope you'll learn that one. And now I'm going to cover one of the most important things you will ever learn in this program. And by the way, if you master the next 2.5 to 3 minutes, you will be in the top 1/10 of 1% of all of the salespeople in this country. And that is a proven strategy to handle the stall of I want to think it over. How many of you ever heard it? How many of you know we're always going to hear it? So if we know we're going to hear it, we as a pro must know how to handle it to close the transaction. Right or wrong? So let's really pay attention now.